Okay, the next question we're going to take a look at is also from my math lab homework 4175. And they want us to find the extreme values and interpret any values that we find in terms of the volume of the box. So a couple quick notes here. One, once again, I did go ahead, graph this in Desmos, and I did graph it over its stated domain there. And what we can see is, since it is open at the endpoints, we're not going to have an extreme value at the endpoint, but what we do see is we do have a maximum there. And I will spoiler alert it. We're graphing volume. We have a maximum when we find it. This is going to represent the maximum volume of the box. So I hope I didn't ruin the question for anyone. The other thing I'm going to do before I do this, because to find the extreme values, we're going to have to find the derivative. We're going to have to set the derivative equal to 0. And again, I don't want to use the product rule on this. So if we were to go ahead and multiply this out, that would be 9x minus x squared times 24 minus x. And that's going to be 216x minus 9x squared minus 24x plus x cubed. So I'm going to bring that down here. So the volume of our box is going to be x cubed minus 33x squared plus 216x. Next, we want to take the derivative of that. So that's going to be 3x squared minus 66x plus 216. And we're going to want to set that equal to 0 and solve. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is, everything there is a multiple of 3. So I'm going to divide both sides by 3. And that's going to give me x squared minus 22x plus 72 equals 0. And that does factor into x minus 4, x minus 18 equals 0, which is going to bring us to x. That's what happens when you go to skip steps. You subconsciously just, we're going to write it out like you were going to. So this means x is going to equal 4, or x is going to equal 18. Because the domain is between 0 and 9, we can only go ahead and take solutions that lie within the domain of the original there. So our extreme value of v occurs at x equals 4. And if we wanted to see what the volume of the box was, we could go ahead and evaluate that. So that's going to end up being 4 times 9 minus 4 times 24 minus 4. So that's going to be 4 times 5 times 20, which is 20 times 20, which is 400. So at x equals 4, volume of box is 400 cubed units. They never told us if X was in inches, feet, millimeters, centimeters. So it would just be cubed units.